Hey Bulldogs, let's see what's happening this week on Code Blue News. We take a look at how graduation went for the class of 2021. Dallas talks about Holbrook's new Diversity and Inclusion Committee. And Kai finds out what students are doing over the summer. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Hey Bulldogs, welcome back to Code Blue News Season 3. I'm Joseph McLaughlin here with Brianna Graziano, 3 feet apart.
Today, June 11th, marks the final episode of Code Blue Season 3. We finally made it to the end of the year. Joe, can you believe it? We're going to be seniors.
No, I can't believe that we'll be graduating in a year. This past year has been a challenging one to say the least, but we've luckily made it to the end.
Speaking of the end, the class of 2021 turned their tassels last Friday, marking the end of their journey here at HMHS and the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. Let's go check out some highlights of the night.
How do I feel? I don't even know. It's like weird and awesome at the same time.
I don't know, it feels like just anxious for like what's after high school, you know? Like what's gonna happen, what I'm gonna do. Hopefully it works out.
My feeling, man, I'm excited, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Feeling geeked, feeling very geeked, very psyched, you know. All good, positive adjectives can describe how I'm feeling right now.
Very happy. I'm out of here.
Pretty excited, I'm not gonna lie. End of a journey, you know, new beginnings in the future. You know the vibes, ready to get out of here low-key. No offense to Holbrook, but I'm ready to take a next step into my next life in a way, you know? Yeah.
To let down my hair, just like I let you all down. No final Don't Harsh My Mellow.
Superintendent Hamilton, Assistant Principal O'Driscoll, faculty and staff, school committee, parents, family, friends, and of course, the Holbrook Middle High School class of 2021. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to tonight's commencement ceremony.
If this year has taught me anything, it's that tomorrow is never promised. So, enjoy today and every day to the absolute fullest, and really take in the little moments. I hadn't thought of the fact that we might not have the senior year we'd been dreaming of since kindergarten. And in the end, we really did end up having an entirely different year than the one we'd hoped for. But with all the chaos of this year, I'd like to thank all of the teachers and staff for making this year the best it could be.
If you take anything away from tonight, please let it be this reminder. Never surrender that fervor. Continue to fight for your beliefs. Embrace those tough conversations and do your best to change the world. You've certainly changed mine. Take a breath and smile, 2021. We did it.
I've been in the legislature for over 10 years, and I have to tell you, when I think back to the things that I've been involved with, being involved with the students of this school has, without a doubt, been the highlight.
And George, as an aside, though you thought that your HCAM segment, Don't Harsh My Mellow, was not popular with the masses, I found it hilarious, informative, and a good, honest depiction of what many kids were thinking, but only you were comfortable enough to say. So take a leap of faith, and wherever the ball lands at the end of the path, you'll persevere. You'll figure it out. Be kind, and you'll be fine. You're Bulldogs. Congratulations and all the best. You are amazing kids, and we're so proud of you.
By the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts through the town of Holbrook as the chairperson of the Holbrook Public School Committee, I pronounce you graduates of Holbrook Middle High School.
Carrietta Diane Jocks.
Hey, military. I love you, Gorman. Oh, that's right.
Future's kind of bright, gotta put these on.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end there's life. I hope you had the time of your life.
Of our status as graduates, please join me in turning your tassels from right to left. And now, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
We did it.
Made it.
We did it.
Thanks, Chuck and Vincent. HMHS students and staff, did you know that you've been watching the best student news program in the entire country this whole year?
Of course they did. I mean, how could they not know?
Well, now it's official. Last week it was announced that the CoBlue News program was bestowed with the Hometown Media Award for Best Student News Program by the Alliance for Community Media.
Thank you all for the constant support. Now let's go to Dallas Rodriguez Vieira with her second segment of the year, where she explores the town's recently created Diversity and Inclusion Committee.
On Wednesday, June 2nd, the newly established Diversity and Inclusion Committee met for the first time. This committee will be led by people of color and aims to increase the representation of marginalized groups within Holbrook.
So the committee will function as an advisory committee to the select board, so they are basically going to be the board's resources as far as taking the temperature in town to determine what kind of program would be necessary, what kind of information we want to get out to the residents. And so it's essentially going to be mostly a resident-run group. Over the past few years, it's become very obvious that, you know, diversity and racial injustice is a huge hot-button topic in the U.S., and I have always been very, you know, passionate about making sure that people are represented and that they are included. Going forward with this, we're going to hopefully be able to get people on the same page, kind of meet in the middle, and, you know, just make a more safe and inclusive community in Holbrook. At the last meeting, we spoke about how the kids will teach the adults, and I feel like, you know, having that viewpoint that's less jaded, that's, you know, a little more positive, you know, I think just being able to engage kids, number one, to see what things are like for the kids in Holbrook, because there have been incidences in the news and whatnot, and just to make sure, you know, what kind of programming and things they would, you know, recommend we do in order to make this more appealing to different age groups. So right now I am running contact for the committee, so if anybody is interested, they can go to the Board of Selectmen or Select Board page on holbrookma.gov, and there is a link to a portal to send me an email directly, and I am using that as a blast list to give out any information about the committee. Overall, I think that this is a great opportunity for the town of Holbrook. I feel like there are a lot of really dedicated residents who are very, very passionate about this cause, and I'm just here to help as much as I can to further the mission and show that the town really is committed to this issue and to making improvements.
I am hopeful that this committee will allow Holbrook to become a better place for all its residents. This has been Dallas Rodriguez Vieira with CoBlue News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Dallas. I think it's fair to say that everyone is eager to hear the final bell ring today so they can start their summer vacation.
I know I sure am. Let's switch over to Kai Forbes with her first official story to see what some HMHS students have up their sleeves for the summer.
With summer just around the corner and many COVID restrictions being lifted, students are amped up for their well-deserved break from school and have various activities planned.
So I think around like July or June I'm gonna go to Dubai or either Miami, and then I don't know, just like spend my vacation outside of summer.
Play basketball and play video games.
Some students have decided to keep active by spending their summer working.
I got a job at Dunkin' Donuts, so I'm excited to do that and hang out with my friends and go on vacation.
This summer I'm excited to go like different places, but I have work. But I'm excited for that stuff.
With several COVID restrictions being lifted, this summer will look different from the previous year.
I feel like more people can be outside, more stuff is going to be open, so you can see a lot more friends.
Not much mask requirements, and I think I'm gonna go back to how it used to be, like before Corona.
I feel like because the vaccines and how they're so what's the word for it? Attainable now. I feel like a lot of people are not going to be wearing masks or anything, and I feel like it's not going to be that big of a deal in summer.
While it's sad to say that this hectic school year is over, I think I speak for everyone when I say that we all can't wait to finally relax and enjoy the warm weather. This has been Kai Forbes from CBN. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Kai. Before we sign off, let's announce the winners for class officers and student council.
For the class of 2022, the student council representatives are Aaron Cullity, Joseph McLaughlin, Hoven Nyo, and Vin Nguyen. The class treasurer is Tiana DeCanto. Class secretary is Marissa Todd. Class vice president is Bridget Moore, and the class president is Dallas Rodriguez Vieira.
For the class of 2023, student council representatives are Emily Donahue, Heather Hilton, Justin Jerome, Riley Pendergast. For class treasurer, Hannah Altador. Class secretary, Kaylee Mangola. For vice president, Kylie Eschner, and class president is Emma Pepe.
For the class of 2024, the student council representatives are Derek Fox, Alicia Killian, and Calvin Mungai. The class treasurer is Calvin Mungai. Secretary is Derek Fox. Vice president is Alicia Killian, and the president is Serena Tarabasi.
For the student advisory board, Hannah Altador, Kaylee Mangola, Emma Pepe, Dallas Rodriguez Vieira, and Marissa Todd. And lastly, student school council, Kaylee Mangola and Hoven Nyo.
Congrats to everyone who won. Well, that wraps up Season 3 of Code Blue News. I'm Joseph McLaughlin.
And I'm Brianna Graziano. See you in September and have a great summer.